When the alien princess visited Earth, months had passed since the rebellion. The Zytherian Dominion and the Terran Union were now officially allies. But for Princess Valyra Zythera, peace had created a new problem: curiosity. Humans fascinated her. They were fragile compared to most species, short-lived, physically unimpressive, and yet they fought like predators and survived wars that should have destroyed them. She had seen it with her own eyes. Commander Elias Ward had proven that. So when the Terran Union invited a diplomatic delegation to Earth, Valyra volunteered immediately. Officially, it was diplomacy. Unofficially, she wanted to understand the species that terrified the galaxy. Arrival at Earth. The Dominion diplomatic cruiser descended through Earth's atmosphere. Valyra stood at the observation window. Below her stretched oceans, continents, and enormous cities. The planet looked alive. Commander Ward stood beside her. "Welcome to Earth," he said. Valyra narrowed her glowing eyes. "This world is crowded." Ward chuckled. "You should see rush hour." Their ship landed at the United Earth Diplomatic Complex, a massive structure surrounded by flags from dozens of human nations. Valyra stepped out first. Hundreds of human officials waited. Cameras flashed. News drones hovered in the air. The moment the alien princess appeared, the world erupted. Human reaction. Valyra expected fear, maybe hostility. After all, humans had fought the Dominion before. Instead, a group of children ran up to the security barrier. One small human waved excitedly. "Hi, alien princess." Valyra blinked. Ward sighed. "Yeah, we're like that." Another child shouted, "Your horns are cool." Valyra instinctively touched the crystalline horns on her head. In the Dominion court, they symbolized absolute royal authority. Here, they were apparently cool. The princess leaned slightly toward Ward. "Your people show no fear." Ward shrugged. "Most humans assume aliens are either friendly or awesome." Cultural confusion. Inside the diplomatic complex, Valyra encountered the first truly strange thing about humans: noise. Humans talked constantly. They laughed. They argued. Even high-ranking officials interrupted each other during meetings. At one point, two ambassadors debated loudly about trade tariffs while drinking something called coffee. Valyra whispered to Ward, "Are they fighting?" Ward shook his head. "No, that's normal conversation." Valyra stared in disbelief. Among the Dominion, speaking over another noble was nearly an act of war. Yet here, humans did it casually. The military base visit. Later that day, Ward escorted her to a Terran military base. Rows of human soldiers stood at attention. Valyra studied them carefully. Compared to Dominion warriors, they looked almost fragile. Then training began, and the illusion shattered. Humans ran obstacle courses at brutal speeds. They fired weapons with terrifying accuracy. They practiced close combat with raw aggression. Two soldiers sparred in the center arena. One was knocked down. He stood up immediately and attacked harder. Valyra folded her arms. "They are reckless." Ward nodded. "Pretty much." One of the trainers shouted, "Again!" The exhausted soldier charged forward without hesitation. Valyra watched quietly. "Your species embraces pain." Ward smirked. "Pain means you're still alive." The city. That evening, Ward took her to see a human city. Millions of lights stretched across the horizon. Vehicles moved like rivers of fire. Music echoed from buildings. Crowds filled the streets. Valyra watched humans laughing, eating, arguing, dancing. They lived with a kind of energy she had never seen. "Your civilization feels chaotic," she said. Ward nodded. "Yeah, but it works." They stopped at a street food vendor. Ward handed her something wrapped in paper. "What is this?" she asked cautiously. "A burger." She examined it suspiciously. "Your species consumes ground animal flesh between baked grain discs?" Ward blinked. Yes?" She took a careful bite. Her eyes widened. "Acceptable." Ward laughed. "That's the highest compliment a human burger has ever received." The moment of realization. Later that night, they stood on a quiet balcony overlooking the city. Valera watched the endless lights below. "Commander Ward," she said slowly. "Yes, Princess?" "Today, I have observed something important." Ward waited. "Your species is not the strongest." "Nope." "Not the longest lived." "Definitely not." "Not the most technologically advanced." "Depends who you ask." Valera looked him seriously. "But you possess something unusual." Ward raised an eyebrow. "Oh?" She gestured toward the city. "Hope." Ward was quiet. Humans below continued living their chaotic lives. "You fight impossible wars. You endure suffering. And yet you still laugh." Ward smiled slightly. "Yeah, that's kind of our thing." The warning. The next day, during a joint press conference, Valera addressed both human and alien media. Her words spread across the galaxy. "The Zytherian Dominion once believed humanity to be primitive." She paused. "We were mistaken." Cameras flashed. Valera continued. "Humans are not dangerous because of their strength." She looked toward Ward. "They are dangerous because they refuse to stop. And a species that refuses to stop," her voice echoed through the hall, "cannot be defeated." Across the galaxy, civilizations listened carefully, because now the alien princess who once laughed at humans was warning everyone else. Final moment. Later, Ward walked her back to her ship. Valera glanced at Ward. "Commander." "Yes?" "I believe I understand humans now." Ward smiled. "Only took a war and an interstellar diplomatic visit." She smirked. "And one other thing." "What?" Valera looked at Earth's horizon. "I believe I will visit again." Ward sighed dramatically. "Oh, great. Now Earth has a regular alien tourist princess." Valera tilted her head. "Tourist?" Ward grinned. "Yeah, just wait until you try pizza." The princess frowned thoughtfully. "What is pizza?" Ward smiled. "Oh, princess, you're not ready for that yet." And somewhere in the galaxy, humanity gained something even rarer than fear.